not to do this to LeBron James or anything, but let's just say he said, I identify as a woman.
Yeah.
And he went to the WNBA, destroyed them. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
So me as a man, if I started taking a whole bunch of estrogen or some type of hormones to become a woman, and 5 years later I meet you guys, you would view me as just as much of a woman as you are
yes,
right
of course.
now? Hello everyone, I'm Furlan Webster Jr. with MRC-TV, and I am out here in Alexandria, Virginia. I am here to ask people if they think it's okay for biological male athletes who identify as women to compete in women's sports. Do you all think it is okay for a man who identifies as a woman to enter female sports and play against females as a biological male?
Yes, I think it's fair.
Of course.
I think it's fine. You can't tell somebody what they feel as a gender. If they feel like they're a female and they want to compete in female sports, then it should be allowed.
Because if she is a woman, then she's supposed to play with other women and women's sports.
I don't think it's fair to the women. Biologically, there are differences with men and women.
Their biological build is masculine, so I can see where people get upset, but it's not something that you can restrict them on because they want to identify as a woman.
Okay, so the U.S. House of Representatives passed the Equality Act on Friday, which would force federally funded organizations to adhere to someone's gender identity. So if they want to enter sports, if they want to go into female bathrooms or male bathrooms, depending on the person, they have to adhere to that.
Yeah.
It hasn't passed the Senate yet, so it's still a bill, it's not law. But is that something you guys would support?
I could support that.
I feel like that's fine.
Yeah.
Again, you can't tell somebody
how to
they
live.
feel a certain way.
Yeah.
You can't jurisdict that.
I think it can cause really some drama because now we have to kind of tiptoe around, make sure we don't misgender people.
You have these biological males entering the sport, but the females in the sport, a lot of them don't want them in there because as soon as they come in, they dominate, putting these women at a disadvantage. And they've been fighting for that their whole lives.
Right.
So is that
but
the right thing?
It's just like anything, transgender or not. There's always can be somebody that comes in and can dominate the field.
They would feel more comfortable participating among females than with other males, I think.
So my question to that, I'm almost saying my devil's advocate or whatever, but there are women who feel uncomfortable with these people coming in there. Transgender athletes would be a huge minority compared to an actual female athlete in this situation. So should we cater to the minority at the expense of the majority?
Yes.
Really?
I think so.
We shouldn't be catering to their issue. I feel like it's more of an emotional thing that needs to be addressed.
Telling them no and you can't do this, that's really heartbreaking. So I don't know if there should be.
But isn't that more of an emotional response though? It's emotion as opposed to logic. Do you play sports?
Yeah, I used to.
What sport?
I did swimming for a while.
Okay. So what if Rod here came into a sport, he got some long hair, put it in the sports set, identifies as a woman now, came in, started dominating you. You finished first all the time. He comes in, he's first now. He gets the scholarship he wanted.
That pushes me that much harder to beat him.
But he has a physical disadvantage. He has a physical advantage over you, and he's faster, he's stronger, and no matter what you do.
Yeah, I would be upset 100%. I can see where these girls are coming from.
I was on the wrestling team in high school. I was the only girl.
Okay.
And I hated the meets, where I'd have to actually wrestle other guys, and they're strong. They're way stronger than me. I would do the same exercises, whatever, do extra time in the gym, and I'd still get beat up in front of everyone.
Not to do this to LeBron James or anything, but let's just say he said, I identify as a woman.
Yeah.
And he went to the WNBA, destroyed them. Championship after championship after championship. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
That's okay?
For me, it's okay.
Okay.
Just the women need to work harder then.
Women need to work harder to compete with LeBron James.
I think that they 100% can. I think they can.
To beat LeBron James?
Yeah, I think so. Why not?
Okay. And be honest.
I think that would be unfair because
it is unfair.
His height and his weight and his strength.
You said his, so he would.
Her, right? Her height, weight, and strength compared to naturally born women would be way off the charts compared to them.
But don't that sound weird to you to just change it up to her? And LeBron James is a dude.
Yeah, but after it takes getting used to.
I think that mentally they were always whatever gender they identified as, but now physically they are also that gender.
Would that same thing apply if the person thought they were like a dog or a reptile?
Well, no, because
Why?
Because-
What's the difference?
well, you can't
Uh-oh.
you can't get like
You haven't seen people who have gone through like surgeries to look more like a reptile?
no.
Get their tongue split and they get all the tattoos and stuff. So I mean, they're a reptile, right? So you got one trans athlete, you got 100 female athletes. You
Right.
should cater to that one trans athlete, allow them in while the women are saying no.
No, the trans athletes should adjust to the sport how it is.
Yeah, but the sport how it is women only.
Well, I mean, if they identify as a woman, then they should be allowed to join.
So a man who identifies as a woman is as much of a woman as you are?
I think so.
Really? Well, what do you say to people that say, you're wrong, biological males who identify as women should be able to play against women because they are women? What do you say to them?
I would say think about it a little bit more. Think about the biological aspect. Ignore the emotions.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard for that gender confused person in a lot of aspects of their life, not just competitive sports. If they want to do competitive sports, then maybe they shouldn't take estrogen, and maybe they should embrace their testosterone and win against the guys.
So as you see, folks, you cannot agree with everyone you find on this planet, which is evident in most of my conversations. Nevertheless, you can have a conversation and be able to talk to them about whatever you're talking to them about. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like us, love us, and if you subscribe, you'll see more of us. For MRC-TV, I'm Ferlin Webster Jr.